Hey guys, finally back here. Can't show you my characters because I got camo up. But we are in Guck and I got lots of updates. I didn't record because my voice was totally gone. It was just I could barely talk. And I was just kind of doing the Guck grind again. And I know that's not as exciting as some of the other stuff I could or maybe you should be doing. But here we are. This is apparently the Scryer camp. I'll give the updates soon. But I want to kind of try to find a group first. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Looks like there's 7 people here, so there's probably no room for me. Again, some tells. Here you see me talking to Classic. He also does EverQuest Quarm videos on a Necro. And I've been watching his channel since before Quarm. And I like his stuff. And we might eventually get together and go for our J-Boots in Najina, or perhaps even do something else. But I just told him about this XP bonus that they got going on right now. And so he's like, whoa, really? I'm like, yep. Uh-oh, what happened to the group that's usually right here? This doesn't look good. But anyway, looks like these two are doing here. That's the 4 Pillars camp. I'm not going the right way to head to the undead side. Or am I? I am, aren't I? But I gotta hold right here. Okay. Hold right. Now, Undead Zone Line says they're looking for a DPS rep. I'm hoping that can be us. Got my fingers crossed. Because right now there's a ton of people in zone, apparently. Look at that. Our camo can last, if we're lucky, all the way. Hey, 21 Ranger LFG. Let's see if they'll pick me up here. So yeah, last time you saw me, I was what, 19? 18 even? I can't remember. Yeah, I just turned 19 if I'm correct. Now I'm 21. Oh wow, looks like their call for DPS rep really brought a lot of people here. It's probably not going to be me. Like DPS rep, Ranger isn't usually the first choice. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'm hoping some of these guys are going into the other Guck. Yeah, we might not be getting into this group. But that guy, no, he's going to DeadSide. Still looking for a DPS rep. I got good weapons and double attack now. So, yeah. I hit 20 and I was like, I gotta go back now. And then I was in a group and I'm like, I'll just kill a little bit more. And I noticed double attack started going up. I was like, what? I thought I had to train it. Apparently don't have to train it. It's already maxed out now. So I kept going and I was like, no, but I still want to go do the Dark Elf guards that I was talking about in Nektulos Forest. So I went back. I also needed more arrows, so I went back to buy some more fletching stuff and fletch some arrows. And I did 2 guards. One was a blue and one was a yellow. The yellow one took an entire quiver of arrows. An entire quiver of arrows is probably like 10 platinum worth of fletching gear. If I'm going to fletch the minimum arrows that will still skill up my fletching, which is at about 100 right now. So it's a losing proposition money-wise, and money's going to be a big thing because I'm going to hit 22. I've got to buy my level 22 spells. Also, when archery gets to like 105, or when fletching gets to like 105 to 110, I can fletch a new bow that will have an extra 4 damage on the damage to delay ratio, which is, if you ask me, is totally worth it. But it's going to cost like 18 plat just for the big piece of wood that will make the shaft of the bow. So I've got some big expenses coming up, and I can't afford to be burning that many arrows. But I have to burn that many arrows to kill yellow. So what I'm thinking is get 22 here in Guck, maybe even 23, perhaps possibly even 24. And then I'll be really in a sweet spot to go back to Nektulos and farm those guards. At the level I was at when I was last there, which I think was 20 or 19, there were four spawns we're looking at. 2 of them were blue, perfect. 1 was yellow, 1 was red. So I'm thinking from 19 to 22, increase 3 levels, we're going to have 3 blues. And that red one might be a yellow or a white, and perhaps we can somehow avoid him. Or maybe we could take him and take a loss on arrows on him, but on the other guys we can use minimum, perhaps even no arrows, and therefore make progress on our plat. At our lower level, we were only able to take really 2 spawns because the other spawn was too close to the red. Hopefully we can manage to take all 4, which will help keep things moving nicely. Many more swords, right? And make some good money. And we'll do that for a while because we need the money. There's other stuff I want to buy too, but just fletching, like I'm about to skill out the kind of arrows I'm using at the moment. Fletching has gone up to 101. And I think the arrows that I'm making now, they skill out at 106. And of course the next step up is going to be a little bit more expensive. How much more expensive, I'm not sure yet. But it will be more expensive for each stack of reagents. So between that and the what was I gonna say? That and the spells. Need to be thinking about money. Looks like we are not the rep for this group. Oh, we are. We got an invite. Hey. Thanks for invite. That's the thing about this particular UI. It's hard for me to see the invites because the box is tiny. Oh, so shout out to Bigfoot. I didn't reply to your last response. We had a short conversation. He says, love the videos, pump more of them out. I know you're worrying about the quantity, but I vote more the better. I do as well. Thanks for the tell, man. I hope you have fun with your new ranger. And I hope I run into you on either your ranger or even on your shaman someday. You could throw me some buffs. Give me that sow, baby. Oh no, by then I'll probably have my own sow. So, let's get into the groove. Here we are back at the DeadSide zone line. I haven't been back here since that last video I did with Javi. I did 2 groups in that 4 pillars camp that we ran by on the way here. Let's see who Kaldor is. Oh, who is this Kukai? He's a 20 bard. We can let the bard. Let the bard pull. It looks like he's a bit slow though. And this group is not so communicative, right? Like I was asking for a while to join the group. And no reply. And then they just invited me after like a minute or 2 of no reply, no nothing. And then after that, they invite me. I say, hey, thanks for the invite, and no reply. So they said they need a DPS. Looks like they're getting a tank. It looks like they kind of needed me. They want a DPS, but they also don't have a player tank, right? So kind of got both. Look at me ripping it up with my double attack now. Epico, epico. This bard is not chain pulling like he definitely should be. But I don't want to say anything, because I'm cool with taking it easy. Don't let the sound of your own wheels drive you crazy. Come on, baby, don't say maybe. I gotta know if you're sweet. Poland is gonna save me. Ooh. Alright, enough of that. Javi is down here. He's like 27 now. It's redonkulous, man. It's redonkulous. It's redonkulous. How much he's outpacing me. So it looks like just a nice little grind. We really want to get to that 22 because we get Sao. Assuming we can afford it. Assuming we can afford it. I looted a bronze weapon. We doing a rotation or anything for those? And I would not be surprised if no one even replied. Alright, it's mine. There's one bronze weapon. Oh, how am I already at 72? Wait, you know? Well, we got like full mana, so I don't know. What am I gonna do with this mana? Throw in a burst of fire? Boom! Shakalaka. They did want DPS. Be the nuke tank. Boom! And I'm trying to keep an eye on my hits. I like to see those double hits, but honestly, stuff's just flying by too fast. I really should abbreviate and make that window a bit smaller. But XP is decent. Got a pile of corpses here. Was that a double hit? Yeah, there's some double hits going on, that's for sure. I think we're doing pretty well. Stop looking at him, look at me. I gotta get this guy's attention, apparently. Got it. I'll do the snaring. That'll help me keep aggro. Sounds like we're about to have an ad. I hear something walking around. I got some haste on me. I got my own buffs on me. That's it. Oh, there's a hymn of restoration. Got bard heals. Anthem to arms. I don't know if bards have a haste on yet, but they probably have something that buffs our combat stats of some sort. Speaking of what buffs, I should throw this bard my AGI buff. What happened to that froggy that was standing right there? Another bronze longsword? We are getting encumbered. But we're not pulling. Oops. We are way encumbered now. Like ridiculously so. How are my bags so full? Like when did they get this full? Let me put them all in the tailored bag because that will reduce weight at least a little bit. I mean 10%. Not huge. Apparently a lot more bronze drops here than at the Four Pillars camp I was at the other night. We might as well increase our pulling. Oh, he got one. Okay. Thinking we could have two poolers. Let's do a hide corpse. All clean things up. So anyway, yeah. Here's the grind, my friends. Again, shout out to Bigfoot. Thanks for the tell, man. Shout out to Classic. Hope you're having fun. Hope I see you in Lake Wraith here right now, just soloing, watching some basketball. Sounds good. But maybe think about finding somewhere to kill some flying mobs, since you're outdoors anyway. Already getting an XP boost there, but if we can kill flying mobs. I heard that the aviacs are flying mobs, even though they're not actually like present tense flying. They're walking around. I also heard that the sharks in Kedge Keep are considered flying mobs. So there are lots of interesting options for us. Well, not lots, but I'm sure there's more too. But yeah, the bonus thing makes me want to head over to the Piranhas. I mean, killing flying mobs in outdoor zones. Don't know if there's a class better suited to that than the Ranger. Perhaps the Druid. Right? What would I kill though? Like Griffons are way too high, and the younger Griffins I think are too low. So it would just be Aviax. Am I good for Aviax? I think I am at a good level for Aviax. The problem with Aviax is there's such level variance between the different kinds of Aviax, but I think there's some of them that fall at level 16, level 18. That'd be perfect for me. And if I had a group or a friend, I think the highest level ones are in their 20s, like early 20s to mid 20s, and we could take those out. So it's definitely something that I'm thinking about. Alright, we made some money this time. Now when we have Anthem to arms, we are not encumbered. So I think I was just not picking anything else up. We gotta steal aggro on this guy, so our puller can go pull again whenever he feels like it. Like if it were me, I might already be heading out to pull. These mobs are not going down as fast as you would think, considering it looks like we got a Necro and a Mage. And God knows who else is in the group. I should probably find out. Let's see. Who Capek? 22 Necro. We got 22 Necro. Who EQ Holic? 24 Mage. Okay. 22 Necro. 24 Mage. Who Kaizen? 20 Bard. Who Kaldor? 21 Enchanter. Who Sin? 24 Cleric. So our heals are solid with the Cleric 24. Tanking is definitely solid with this awesome level 21 Ranger. I mean, there's no question there. Pulls could be more solid with a Bard. Does their drumming work indoors? I think perhaps it does. It does? Pause for a second there. I thought I heard someone at the door. Well, I better throw around some feel like cat. Let's target Kaizen and buff him right now. Oh, he got a 2 pull. So, here we go. Grind it out. I'll check back in either when something interesting is happening or we're finishing out. I'm trying to think if there's anything I forgot to say that's happened recently. I did die in Inithil Swamp. I was just leaving to go back to Nektulos Forest, and I was like, I'm going to kill the Dark Blues I see on the way. The first one was right outside Guck, Slayer Captain. I go and start killing him. And I get jumped by a red troll. I forget her name. She's a named one that people seem to hunt down for some reason. Maybe she's got something worth having. I saw people looking for it at a different time. But anyway, she killed me. And I was like, oh no. I'm screwed because I was still bound in High Keep at the time. Not now. I've managed to since bound in Freeport. But at the time, still in High Keep. So I was looking at a huge run. I did slash who all Inithul, nothing. I was like, bummer. And after a minute, I did one more. Well, who was in Inathul? And Beth was on. I figured she must have just gotten on because I had just done a Who All Inathul a second ago, and she wasn't there, and then she was there. And Beth, if for those of you who don't remember, was the cleric last time I was right here at this very camp with Javi. Javi brought her, so she was Javi's friend, also a guildie. And so I'm like, help! She's like, oh, I just got on. I'm like, my corpse is right here. I had the right location this time. Wasn't far from the zone in Inathul Swamp. She went and grabbed it, resurrected me, wouldn't even take the donation that I was trying to give her. So it felt so nice to get saved right there. That was really cool. Thank you so much, Beth. I don't know if she sees these. Probably not. She probably doesn't know I make videos, but thank you anyway. It's the thought that counts. Let me know when haste drops. No haste here at the moment. So we're getting hasted. I'm getting healed. XP is really nice. Wow. Look at that. We're already at 20. I think we're going to hit 22 in this group. I got a good 2 hours to put in. I shouldn't. I should go out and get some exercise. It's a beautiful, sunny, cool day. But maybe I'll go out with the kids when the kids get here. We'll go out together. Alright. Talk to you guys soon. Alright, so yeah, still just grinding, but I thought of something to say. The other night I was here and I was unable to get a group for a good long stretch. So I was looking for a place I could solo, and I found myself at the Heart Spiders. And at the time I arrived, they were conning. There was a 2 spawn that was a blue and a light blue. So I'm like, this works. So I kill those 2, and then in the room next to it, there's a green, a blue, and a green. I'm like, well, then the greens aren't going to come, so I can single pull this blue. So that works. And so I started getting a little bit of a rhythm there, but the problem was the poison, you know. It was killer. Even the light blues that I had to fight, if they poison me, it's a minute-long poison. And I discovered that, no, it is not more mana efficient to heal through it, at least not for me, as a ranger, you know. My heals are doing 10 HP each, and I think that poison was ticking away, I don't know, something like 6, 8, or 10, maybe even 12 HP per tick. So, definitely not worth it. Probably only like 6, but still, for a whole minute. So, I started cure poisoning in it, as long as if it had 30 or more seconds left. It takes 3 casts though, so it takes a good while to do that. But I thought it'd be nice to get some safe poison. And then all of a sudden, Beth says, "Hail." She wanders by, and she gives me an endure poison, right? I don't know. I think that's 20 safe poison from that. And then, right after that, I clear those 2 spawns and I go back to that room with the 3 spawns, but 2 of them are green, so I can easily single pull one. And I just pull it. I con it. It's blue. And then after I pull it, I realize, oh crap, this is the giant heart spider. He's kicking my ass. But luckily, Beth happened to be there, saved me from another death. And he dropped a shield. Crystal Chitin Shell Shield, AC 15, SV Poison 10. And I'm like, well, this is perfect. Since I'm here soloing these spiders, I'm going to put away my dagger, and I'm going to use this here shield. And thereby, you know, accomplish something. Maybe actually resist some of these poison checks. So then I get pops, and one of my pops are green. The 2 spawn, they're both green. I'm like, well, I got to clear these greens. So I pull one, right? In 2 seconds, he poisons me again, despite having the cleric endure poison buff and the shield, which does an extra 10. I had added 30 SV poison up to. I got my SV poison up to 45. I pull a green, which is not even going to give me experience, and still, it does not save. Does not save. Hey, sorry. Didn't realize I was lead. So I was like, screw that. Classic, right? Saves in EverQuest. Anyway, that was a little fun story I had there. Fun story. Good times. It was decent. If it weren't for the poison, that would have been pretty good solo XP. The blue spiders, um, they were relatively easy to kill. There were enough of them, and I was getting 2 XP per kill. It was a good little grind. Again, had there been no poison, but there was poison. So, forget that. Although I could see, like, if, I've always thought it'd be fun to, like, specialize for certain situations like that. Like, get some poison resist gear. Go to the, what's it called, go to the East Commons Tunnel and pick up poison resist gear that you see. Get your poison resist up to, like, 70, 80, and then go crank out that stuff. Might actually be a nice, fast way to get it done. But anyway, the grind here continues, and as you can see, we're at 29%, and I don't even feel like we've been playing that long. In fact, we have not. So XP here is excellent. It is excellent. I'm really looking forward to 22 when we get Sal. It's going to really open up traveling options. Traveling's not going to feel so horrible. Heading all the way to the Karanas is not going to feel so horrible. Alright, let's hide corpse all and pause it here. Alright, so we had a good sesh. We could have gone a bit further, but you know what? I'm feeling like about an hour and 30 minutes is good for me today. I kind of feel like just relaxing or maybe going to meet up with my family and being a good dad. They're all at my boys' kung fu class. So maybe go hang out with them, score some points with the wife. Had a little bit of drama right here at the end. I saw a 20 SK LFG and I thought, hey, that's a good replacement. You know, we got a Ranger tank. Ranger can go pull. SK could be the tank. You know, seems like a good idea. So I sent him a tell and I tell the group, hey, got an SK coming to replace me. And the other Ranger, Drizzt, is like, well, here, I'll scroll up and show you for those who are actually looking. You sure know how to pick 'em. Would rather have a mage, though. Even though we've already got a mage. Right? He's probably angry because he considers himself a tank. Oh, God. I had to get that cough out of me. I don't understand the custom on this server. Oh, it's not out of me yet. Hold on. I don't understand the custom on this server to rep yourself without talking to the group about what they want. It's like, dude, I say, I apologize. I usually do talk. It's not a custom. He's like, it's not. Happens to me all the time. It's not just you, bro. So, yeah. I don't know why everyone has to get a stick up their ass about the slightest thing that doesn't go their way. It's like, oh, well, you would have rather have gotten a mage. And there is a potential alternate universe where you would have had a say in that, and maybe gotten that other thing you might have liked a little more. It's like, dude, chill out, man. Chill out. We've already got a mage, an ench, and a wizard. Mage, ench, wizard, cleric, ranger. So if instead of getting a second mage, you get an SK, which, sorry to say, buddy, but an SK using a shield, it's gonna be a more solid tank than you. And if he probably just doesn't want to pull. You know, that's what it probably comes down to. He probably just doesn't want to pull. You not get an invite yet? I'm not sure. I was lead and I left the group. No. Oh, he did. Wow, I thought for a second they didn't even invite the SK. I thought maybe the lead had passed to Driss, and he's like, I'm not inviting that SK. I don't know what TC... Driss sent me a little tell. Oh, take care, mate. Okay, yeah. He's probably just sensing that after him complaining, I'm like, kind of like, fuck you. And I don't even see any need to reply. Like, you don't need to complain, dude. Why you gotta bring that into the atmosphere? Let's see. Faylane, hello. Hey. How's it going? Faylane was in my group the other night when I was at the Four Pillars. I'm actually just about to log. Just left my group. He asked me... He asked me if I'm grouping. He said, good, can't sleep. It's 2:30 a.m. here. Lol. I love those nights, sorta. When you got EQ. Yeah, he was in my group at Four Pillars, and he commented on my last video. He's like, hey, I grouped with you. And looks like I'm seeing him here again. So it looks like he sometimes plays late at night. For me, it's about 3:30 p.m. He's like, you only need 6 hours, in my opinion. And some nights only 4 is fine. Just don't start chaining them together. Plus coffee. So I'm starting to make some friends. This is the second time. Uh-oh. Sick day? Well, then you can grind more. He said, I'm like, you only need 6 hours of sleep in my opinion, and some nights you can go with just like 4. As long as you don't chain them together. And make it up with a nap sometime or something, right? Like an hour nap. And he's like, not me, I need like 10. I don't know. For me, as I get older, I find that I need less and less sleep. It's just how it is for me. 6 hours, I usually can't sleep more than that, to be honest. Sometimes it's 7, I'm like, wow. So then he's like, not me, I need like 10. I'm like, oh, sick day? Question mark? Because he's got work at 10. Then you can grind more. Too bad I didn't see you a sec ago, Faye. I just left my group and got an SK to rep me, and I didn't ask the group, and the other ranger in the group was like complaining that I didn't ask and said he would rather have had a mage. We are at DeadSide ZL. That's funny. He's like, I would rather have had a mage. I can't believe you didn't ask the group. And then I leave the group when the rep gets here, and then I get a tell from, hey, how's it going, Marrow? You got any groups for me? I'm a mage. Serves you right, buddy. I guess it's all, as much as I might be ticked off that guy's ticked off at me for not asking the group what they wanted, he's right. I should have asked the group what they wanted. It's just one of those things where you just do before you think, I was thinking like I need to log, and it was the only LFG I had seen for a while, like advertised and out of combat or out of character. And I just thought a tank was a good complement to the group. But then again, what is min-max best and what is a good complement are not always the same. A tank might make this group the most, undefeatable, but a mage probably makes the XP faster. So If you're watching this, Dritzt, you're probably not. I apologize. I also apologize to you, Faylene. I think you probably are watching it at some point. It would have been a perfect. See, I stepped out of line. I do believe in this, a sort of like a higher flow, a higher harmony, and I made that one mistake. It caused aggravation here, and also a missed opportunity there. Faylene could have easily swooped in, taken my spot. That would have been beautiful. If I had asked, they might have talked about it for a second. Would have said I'd rather have a mage, maybe. And then that time would have passed, and then Faylene would have been like, hey, and it would have been like, oh, wow, look at how perfectly things worked out, like synchronicity. But instead, I was just like, oh, SK, you want to come? Anyway. Wow, that's cool. Faylene's job has a system where he can trade hours, so I put mine up for grabs. Hopefully someone will pick it up so I can sleep longer. Oh, that's nice. Do people usually pick him up this close to the time? Seems like a long shot. Maybe you'll get lucky. That's cool. Maybe someone will help him out. Maybe they'd rather work earlier and have the evening free. Yeah, it's always rough when you can't sleep and you know you got work and you know you need sleep, but you just can't get yourself to sleep. Sometimes I wonder if it's because you know that you could sleep, or like a part of your brain knows you could be getting up to play EverQuest, and because it knows that's a possibility, it doesn't let you sleep. Sometimes I think that's what's happening, honestly. Please let me know in the comments if you agree with that assessment. Like if you were able to like time lock your computer, like you couldn't turn it on no matter what for like 10 hours, and then that was no longer a possibility, I wonder if all of a sudden you would be able to sleep. Yeah. Nice. You say, yeah, sometimes people will do it in the morning. Nice. Maybe they wanna work earlier and free up the evening. I got quite a little friends list going on. Faylene's on. Beth is back on. She's grinding it out. She's 24. Javi's now 28. He just keeps pushing it. Keeps leveling. Portsar, 34. East Commons. Remember, that's a friend of mine who helped me on P99. Now Classic's still on over in Lake Wrath doing some dad camping. I'll send him a tell. Hey, man. Gonna log for now. So Classic is another streamer. Maybe some of you who, I know some of you who watch these videos are aware of him. I think it would be fun to do a collab thing. I think Ranger Necro is a good duo, and we could end up getting a whole group. He's got his heart set on the J-Boots, and I'm happy to go along with that. But I'm not so keen on the J-Boots. I'm about to hit 22, and I'm going to get Sao. But, you know, why not anyway get him if we're going to go there. But I'll take him last if I take them at all. I'll just go to help. But I think I think a Ranger Necro is actually not a bad combo. Fear kiting, Ranger can chase and dual wield bash, and if fear kiting is not an option, the Ranger can tank. We get Twitch from the Necro, and the Necro's doing enough DPS to where perhaps bandages would be all the healing that I would need. You know, I could could even just have 50 HP, start a fight against the blue with the extra DPS, finish it, still have 30, 25, 30% HP. Bandage back up to 50, no problem. So it would be an interesting duo, but maybe not the best XP for him. He might. Well, you know what? I think the Necro, since he's using the pet anyway, the pet's taking half the experience. So you add me in there, and it's just speeding up the kills, and it's not taking anything away from his experience gain per kill. So I think it would be really beneficial for him, and I'd be down to do it. So anyway, if you're watching this, Matt Classic, sounds like it'd be fun to do sometime, man. I kind of want to, once I get 22, I'm really thinking about the Aviac village. I'm just worried that it's going to be overcamped because everybody's aware of the XP bonus, so that's probably like one of the #1 spots. But another spell that I get at level 22 is Enduring Breath. So I forget exactly what level the mobs are in Kedge Keep, but some of those mobs are also counting as flying mobs, which means I think it's a 50% XP bonus on those. So, and I was already planning on trying Kedge Keeps for fun since I have Enduring Breath. So maybe I could go down there, or perhaps Classic and I can go down there, or Javi and I could go down there, get some extra XP on those kills. Oh look, Phalan's here. There she is. By the way, you're on video now. Want to do a dance? Behind you. There you are. Yeah, you're pretty hot for a little gnome. And I'm not a fan of gnomes, so it's a big compliment. It worked. Looked like a Dobby bow. Well, making friends. It's one of the things I loved about EverQuest. She thinks the animations don't work. They work for me. And I have Luckland models too, so that might affect it somehow. I think you have to turn them on in the options setup stuff when you launch client. So, don't want to drag this video out too much, you guys. I think I've said all I need to say. Plans. It was going to be a shorter video. I ended up making it up to 40 minutes with my blabbity blab. But I'm having fun. What can I say? Catch you guys next time.